All right, geometry. Once again, one of my kids is sick. I'm fine, but I'm at home. I'm going to try to jump in at Teams at some point, or at least be available for questions. But today's a learning day. You'll be held accountable. This is an assignment that's going to go in the grade book. We've got to keep moving forward. The good news is that this is something you can learn from a video. This isn't our most challenging transformation. It's our starting one. So we're doing translations today. And you'll see up on the my other table here, you'll see a sheet like this, and you just need to fold it. Oops, wrong way. Fold it so that this is the front, so it'll look like this. Okay, and so that's what I'm putting together here. And you're just gonna put, your name here. So I'll just put my name here. It's always great to put your last initial because then I can easily find it in the grade book to put it in there quickly. Please always put your last initial. Just helps so much. Okay, so this first part is just like a little bit of instructions about what we're going to do. We're going to use vector format, and the first letter in vector format is the horizontal component, and the second letter, or number actually, when we get to it, it's going to be a number, is the vertical component, just like an XY coordinate. And so just like that, a positive would be right on the horizontal, or left would be a negative, up would be positive, down would be negative. So it's very similar, it's just slightly different. So here's how it goes. What this is asking you to do, and you're going to do this 3 times. You're going to find a partner, and you can do this thing with them each time. And there's going to be 3 drawings, and it's going to give you some parameters. So you're not to copy what I do, you're to come up with your own 4-point sketch. So I'm going to give you an example. So say I partner up with someone and I'm going to sketch the first sketch. So my sketch needs to have 4 points. I need to label each point. And then my partner will redraw my sketch, but it'll translate it 3 units right and 2 units down. And so I need to make sure that when I sketch it, that there's room for my partner to sketch it. So if you're unsure of whether or not you are giving them enough room, do it lightly in pencil, and then that way you can erase it in case something goes wrong. So here's how it goes. So let me just, make up something. 1, 2, 3, 4 dots, and then I'm going to call that point A, B, C, D, and then I'm going to connect them with a straight line. Feel free to use your ruler to sketch more accurately, but the grids here allow you to draw pretty straight lines, even with that one. So there we go. But if you struggle to draw a straight line, use a ruler. Okay, so there we go. So there's mine, and then what my partner would come in and do, sorry, this would be my partner, not me. So my partner would draw this on my paper, and then I would go in and draw the translated one. So I would move it 3 units right, 2 units down. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. There's my new point A, but I don't call it A, I call it A prime. Okay. So this is all from before, it's just now we're doing it. Okay, so now this is gonna be 3 units right, 2 down. That's right there. That's D prime. Take C, 3 units. 1, 2, 3, and then 2 units down. That'd be there, there's C prime, and then B3. There's B prime. And then I'm going to sketch that. Okay. All right. Now I'm using 2 different color pens, and that's what you can use pen if you want. Just make sure that the first sketch is in the right spot so that this sketch isn't off the page, and it has to have 4 points. Like you got to follow those criteria. But I do recommend that the first sketch is in pencil, and if you want to just keep it in pencil, just to just fill in the second one a little darker so you can contrast them. You want some contrast when you're doing this. And basically you're just going to continue to do that. So this is my example here. Again, don't draw my exact shapes, but that's the process. And then when we get to this side, your partner will sketch one, and then you'll shift it. This would be 4 units left and 3 units up. And the shape here should be 3 points, so that will be a triangle, unless I guess it's a line if you have 3 points in a straight line. and then here's a 5-point sketch. So same thing. So every time you don't draw the first sketch, your partner draws the first sketch, and then you draw the sketch that's been shifted and moved around. If you're drawing a sketch for your partner, make sure you're paying attention to how they're going to have to move it so that you draw it in such a way that they can actually do that. Now, we'll get to this section here at the end, okay? So let's get to the assignment part. So this part is practice. It allows you and your partner to see how to do it and get feedback from each other. And then the assignment proper is this page and the back page, okay? Okay, so the way this one works is that basically it gives you a shape, and then it's going to ask you to do a translation. So this would be 6 units right, 0 units up or down. And then this would be 2 units left and 4 units down. And you're doing that same process again and again and again. Every once in a while, I give you like in words instead of vector notation, or this might confuse you. This says x comma y becomes x minus 2, y minus 2. This is how you might see it in some textbooks. And so I wanted you to see that notation. And it just means that we're going to take the x coordinate and we're going to subtract 2 or move it left 2. And we're going to take the y coordinate and subtract 2 or move it down 2. So, I mean, if you just look at it as minus 2, that's left and down. So it's just slightly different notation. So all you're going to do is redraw this shape. Make sure you label your points with prime notation, just like I did in the first example. So it's that first example all over again. What I want to do, and I will do one of the 6 problems here on the back, is show you how this works. So in this one, it says write a rule to describe each transformation. All I want you to do is write the vector that describes, describes each transformation, okay? So basically you're going to find any point. So here's point G, and here's point G prime. I just have to, any point on that translation, I just need to figure out how far it moved right or left, how far it moved up or down. Okay, that's it. So I'm going to do, let's see here. Let's go with, I like number 16. Let's do number 16 here. So if I look at point number E, and here's E prime, if I follow the path horizontally, it looks like I go 3 units. There's 3 boxes, 1, 2, 3. 3 units to the right and 2 units down. Now if I go down, that's negative. So how I write this in vector format is 3 units to the right, negative 2 units down. So the first number is the horizontal, the second number is the vertical, and then the negative just tells you that you're going down if it's here and to the left there. So it's the same as coordinate points. Okay. This assignment, if you are tracking, shouldn't actually take you that long to accomplish. Make sure you do all the work. Remember, to get full credit, you need to do all of the work, including this exercise with your partner. Okay. The last thing I'm going to mention right here, this transformation corner, if you get to it, this is meant to give us a head start on the project. If you want to sketch out some ideas of what you would want to do when we do the animation project, because we're going to animate a very brief animation in PowerPoint. So if you want to sketch out some ideas of what you would want to do, what kind of little animation, couple second animation you would want to make, you can start to sketch out some ideas there. But it's not, that part is not graded, and since I'm not here, I'm not going to say more than that at this point. Okay. If you finish early, you should finish the worksheet from last time. So this is the types of transformation worksheet, and we did take notes right here on the back. If you weren't here, go ahead and find a neighbor who has notes, copy their notes from them, but that's the only thing you get to copy. The rest of it, you need to finish the worksheet, okay? If you weren't here, there are some blank ones up here as well, and so you should finish that. So you must do this. You should finish your cheat from the last time if you haven't already. And then if both of those two things are done, there's two things you can do. You can work on some past work. Maybe you didn't finish the airplane project. Remember, that's on my YouTube channel, which if you're watching this right now, you should be able to find my YouTube channel because this is a YouTube video. And so that's a big one for some of you are failing this class because you just haven't finished that, so you need to do that. Or you can help other people. So those are your options, is to work on past work or to help other people when you finish. So must do this from today, should do the one from last time, and you can help other people or work on past work. And then I will see you tomorrow. All right. Oh, well, it's going to take me a second to hit stop here. There we go, stop.